it's time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever.
Sick with the talk, passing your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
simultaneously over joints we rock.
We earn
30 years, so you can say we got
3 turns.
Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men.
We install doubt in you and your yes men.
And if the game had veins, we'll insert
upheaval the ground.
Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is octane relieving.
Okay, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and our home team. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there on the first play of the game. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll set up a throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. 2nd and 10. To the right side to Eric Ebron.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. John Ross, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go. 60 orange. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. And go.
Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for L.A. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. All right, here we go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
He's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
And they give this time to the tailback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
So many play callers in the red zone worry about the negative effects of a play that they're about to call. But this guy, all he's worried about is gaining yardage and putting the ball in the hands of his playmakers.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Joey Bosa in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will make it 10-0 here in the first. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10.
58's the money. 58's the money. I got you.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. On 2nd down, Eckler. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. No. Man. Jumper. Ready.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup at 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down.
49, here we go. All day, defense. All day. You gonna take. You got take.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 11. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll drop to throw. And he connects with Ebron. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 38-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
He'll drop to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 7 yards there and a first down. They're going to look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. In for the score. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll look to throw here. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's got the hook up to Lee. 25 yards that time.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Here's Eckler. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, man, watch the boots.
He'll look to throw. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 35.
That's another Chargers.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They'll look to throw now on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. That's good for 28 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play there for Indy. And even 50 yards. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
No, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
This will be caught at about the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
At the 6-yard line.
Second and 6. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. John Ross with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Chargers take over first and 10.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Charger drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. 2nd and 15. He's going to let this go deep for Lee. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Go! Smoke! 58, boys, 58. Ready!
Back to throw here. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Running on first down, Eckler. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
61, matchbox, light. Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch. Check, 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 check.
It's Eckler again. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for first.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
You think you won't get this? You think you won't get this? Hey, Mike 52, Mike 55 strike. Your leg. Ready, go.
Now back to throw. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. You're not pressing. Go.
He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. They'll set up to throw. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Let's get it.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion in the field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down.
1st down, Colts.
Here we go. Set. 6-1. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get on.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Check three.
They'll set up a throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Danny.
Allen's got it complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
I know you feel it.
Complete to Keenan Allen. A gain of 9. It's 4th down.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? And it's complete. Henry. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Charger 1st.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on fourth.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's fourth down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
4 down. Mike 52, Mike 52.
2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Looking to throw. He'll get this to Eckler. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
Third down and 8.
Set. 90. Wolf.
Here we go.
Set. Go.
Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
All day, just like that.
Ready.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Well, they were 2 for 3 on 4th down tries. Now they're unsuccessful. That brings them down to 50%.
But that's a percentage you have to feel pretty good about. You know, 2 for 4, 2 for 3 before that. They finally get stopped again. That's okay. That's the type of team that will keep pressing. In this situation, they'll continue.
And this is caught inside the 5. A huge play that time for the Colts. 53 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 24. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll drop the throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 34. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And this is caught at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they...
And this is going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can. Yeah,
this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done.
And my goodness, another interception. T.J. Green with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And he's going to keep it here. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Now, the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. And now here is another interception. T.J. Green with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Incomplete in the end zone. It's now 2nd and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Like 22, he's coming back.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. He's going to go for it all. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual
it.
guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They